Okay. Get yourself comfy. Come on. Gonna get yourself comfy. Yeah. And pick a spot. Come on. We gotta do the video. We got the blankie. We just need the cat. Come on. Everything is all set up. Come on. You have to put your butt down. Put the butt down. Come on. Sit. Here we go, baby. Come on. Okay. Hi, BookTube. I'm going to do the end of the year BookTube tag. This tag was created by Ariel, Bissett, and I was tagged by Phillip Hall at A Poet Reads to Write. Thank you for the tag. Okay. All right. Let's get the cat in position. Okay. There she is. There's a little princess. Okay. My little princess. Do you have any food on your face? Oh, I think she's got food on her face. Oh, Boomer. You have to clean yourself. I'll clean you up. I'll clean you up. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm doing the end of the year BookTube tag, and it's very close to the end of the year, so some of these things are going to be more about 2025. I'm gonna adjust some of the questions a little bit. Okay, so the first prompt is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? I mean, not really. I'm not putting any pressure on myself, but I would like to finish the Sabina Spielrein book, The Woman and the Myth by Angela M. Sells. I did start reading this again. I'm still getting angry as I read it, but I'm getting through it. It's very good. Yeah, and yeah, I'd like to make a video where I go on my thoughts about this. So yeah. All right. Prompt number 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Well, I mean, I've never really thought about like you know, reading books according to the seasons, but yeah, I'm gonna read the old nurse's story. I already talked about that because of that event. But then also with that event, I just found that I bought this from a used bookstore. What is this? Hauntings: Tales of the Supernatural, edited by Henry Mazzeo, drawings by Edward Gorey. And yeah, this is an old. I've had this on my shelf for a while, so I'm thinking I should read it as part of the Christmas story, reading ghost story event thing. This is from 1968. Huh. And it's just been sitting on my shelf and I haven't read it. And it's got some wonderful Edward Gorey illustrations. Isn't that cool? Anyway, the wonderful things you can find on your bookshelf when you actually go and look around. Okay, where am I going to pile my books? Number 3. Is there any new releases you're still waiting for? No, the year's almost over. Number 4. What 3 books do you want to read before the end of the year? So I'm just going to say in general, I want to read more poetry books. But I mean, not just for the end of this year, but also like going into 2025. Shout out to Eleanor at The Only Real Property for talking about poetry. I agree with everything you're saying about poetry. It's wonderful. Please go check out her videos. The Only Real Property. She's wonderful. I got this because of her. Haven't read it yet, but I plan to. The Master Letters by Lucy Broido. I also got another book of poetry by Luis J. Rodriguez, The Concrete River. And yeah, I just want to keep getting more books of poetry for 2025. Okay. And I might read that before the end of this year. I don't know. Anyway, number 5, is there a book that would still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just gonna kind of transition into well, I mean, there's a bunch of possibilities for 2025. I'm gonna go over a bunch of stuff for 2025. So like the next prompt is number 6. Have you already started reading plans for the next year? And yeah, so I did join this reading event for Against the Day by Thomas Pynchon, and so a bunch of booktubers are putting this on, and then the reading schedule goes into January. I'm way behind, but yeah, and this I am enjoying this, but this is a very bro. This is a I think this is a bro book. I think this is a bro book. Bro writer? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's fun, but I'm way behind. And then, but for 2025, I also plan to join the Karamazov Brothers by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I can't speak. Dostoevsky. Ah, sorry. And there's a reading event for this. So I plan to join that too in 2025. I think in like the spring, maybe. I forget when. And then I plan to read more poetry for 2025. I want to get more graphic novels. Because I wrote here autofiction versus autobiography versus memoir. I think that's because I'm thinking about my graphic novel that I mentioned in my booktube newbie video. Is it autofiction? Is it autobiography? Is it memoir? I don't know. Trying to figure out those things. And folklore and fairy tales. Yeah. Authors I want to read in 2025. I want to read more Ursula K. Le Guin. I want to read more Adrienne Rich. I want to read more Anton Chekhov. I actually got another Anton Chekhov. What is this? The Complete Short Novels. Translated by Richard Pevier and Larissa Volokomsky. I probably butchered that. Yeah, I want to read more Chekhov. And Octavia Butler. I want to read more Octavia Butler. This is Kindred. I got a couple unread books by her. I've read a couple of books. I read The Parable of the Sower and The Parable of the Talents. And I want to read more. I want to read, Lenora Carrington. I got this. The Hearing Trumpet. I want to check out, John Barth. I want to check out John Barth. Lost in the Fun House. Most of these authors I got inspired by booktubers. It's their fault while I'm checking these people out. Yeah. And then these next books, these are next books that I'm thinking, to answer prompt number 5, that I'm thinking maybe could be my favorite book for next year. I don't know. We'll see. Cause I wanna read Absolution by Jeff Vandermeer. That's the 4th book in the trilogy. I read the trilogy like last year, 2023 or 2022. I read it all. Yeah. So I gotta get to this one eventually, and then how do I make the books not fall over and crush the cat? We can't have any books falling on the kitty cat. That in 2025. Oh, my sister got me Morning Abreast by Shishi. Is it Shishi? Is that how you say that? Translated by Jennifer Feely. That was on my wish list. That's about breast cancer. So when I'm ready for it, I will read that. And then, oh yes, I want to read Guy Gavriel K. The Summer Tree. And I know that's part of a series, the Fionavar Tapestry trilogy. Yeah. I know. I don't know. That might be really good. Got this one. Untold Night and Day by, oh, I don't know. Bei Sua? Maybe that's how you say it. And this is probably translated from the Korean by Deborah Smith. Yeah, I'm gonna read some Korean stuff. And so those are all possibilities for 2025. And then what else? I put Jane Austen ? I'm going to read more Patricia A. McKillop and Robin McKinley. Those are fantasy writers that I enjoy. And yeah, and then my plan is to read the content warnings on Storygraph before each book I read, so I prepare myself adequately. And then I think what I'll do is I'll read a heavy book, and then I'll read a light fantasy book, and then I'll read a heavy book, and then I'll read a light fantasy book, heavy book, light fantasy book, something like that. And yeah, because I have a bunch of fantasy. Yeah, so if you're spending the holidays by yourself, let me know. Shout out to all of you. If you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged and go right ahead. I'm not going to tag anybody because it's kind of the end of the year, and this is kind of a hard tag to do when the year is almost over. But yeah, if you want to do it, do the tag. And then yeah, and then I gotta get some reading done so that I can make some videos in 2025. And yeah, so I hope you have a good holiday, and comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you, BookTube. All you wonderful people are very nice, and thank you so much. And have good holidays. Okay, bye.